My name's James Crouch here with Alliance Tire, and today we're going to talk about the real differences between a bias tire and a radial tire. Let's start with the construction. So a bias tire is built by having two beads, the piece that hits the wheel, and having a sheet of ply that goes from one side to the other at an angle, and this is done over and over again diagonally to create the tire. A radial tire is a little different. It's actually two beads, so what connects the tire to the wheel. One cord is attached to one side and looped around radially to the other side, and then belts are applied later to create the tire. This creates two different types of performance. A bias ply tire, when you load a bias ply tire up, it actually deforms a little bit in the tread because it acts as one individual unit. You can't influence one part of the tire without having something happen to another part of the tire. A radial tire acts a little different. It acts as two independent units. So you have the sidewall and the tread. With the radial tire, when you load it up, the tire actually gets longer. The tread face, the contact patch gets longer, it extends because the sidewall squats down. It creates a very nice flat profile. So if you do a lot of roading, a radial tire is hands down the best option because it's going to ride much, much better. The sidewall actually acts like an airbag. It's protection between you and the road. It's going to wear better because with that much longer tread, with that bigger footprint, you're going to distribute the weight of your machine over a larger area and create less heat buildup. Heat is the tire's worst enemy. So there's a significant difference in the longevity and the life of a tire between a bias and a radial. Because the bias is not going to give you a nice flat profile on the footprint, you're going to have some irregular wear issues if you're on the road any. A radial tire with that nice long smooth footprint, you're going to distribute your weight out over a larger area. It's going to last longer. It's going to wear more even. Also, with the radial tire, you create much less compaction on your field. This is why radial tires are on all of the big tractors coming out from the manufacturers today. You're able to spread that weight over the largest area possible. This keeps your compaction down, gets your traction up, and saves you fuel in the field. Radial tires are always a little more expensive than a bias ply tire. They're more expensive to manufacture. So sometimes you may not be able to justify that additional price. A bias tire may work very well for you. If you have a tractor where you're just mowing with it and it's a 50 horsepower tractor that you use a couple times a month, a bias tire is probably going to do just fine. Bias tires are also very popular on machines like zero-turn mowers, skid steers, and things like that because with that rounded profile, with a little more rounded profile, you don't tear up your yard as much when you're moving through your yard. A radial tire with that long footprint can create a lot of scrub on a yard for a landscaper. The best time to use a radial tire is anytime you're in the field. Anytime you're in a field or interacting with the soil, a radial tire is going to be better. Your compaction is going to be dramatically less. Your load capacities are higher, and it's a much more comfortable ride.